preparatory step was to contact my successor at Verizon and close friend, Lowell McAdam, and sound him out on the project. He was terrific. Having been a very key part of my journey, he was quick to encourage me to consider the approach and indicated he would enthusiastically support the effort and even participate in the interview process. So, here we are. Now we have a finished product from preeminent professionals helping us tell this remarkable journey of so many people who had a hand in building Verizon. I am delighted and proud to serve as the village guide and archivist in helping to make this all work. And finally, after all of the interviews, we settled on a title that reflected dozens of conversations in strategy meetings and board presentations in which we were trying to untether Verizon from its past, but naturally build on the foundation of that very history. Untethered remarkably captures in one word our life's work to remake Verizon and place it in the middle of this new world with so much excitement and potential for our customers, employees, and share owners. Ivan G. Seidenberg. Forward. 50 years ago, as a very young Harvard Business School professor, I started consulting with the senior leadership team of New York Telephone. I also worked closely with the senior leadership of parent American Telephone and Telegraph, AT&T, and conducted advanced management programs for rising Bell system leaders beginning in the late 1970s. This highly regulated utility was not a seedbed of corporate revolution, or so I thought at first. Then I got to know the team led ultimately by Ivan Seidenberg and his successor, Lowell McAdam, who transformed and continued to transform Verizon Communications and the global communications industry. Time and again, the unconventional route to success taken by the Verizon leaders left me nodding my head in appreciation and sometimes in wonder. I have referenced the Verizon team in several articles on leadership and corporate succession over the years. Even so, I always thought their story should be better known. Verizon's industry dominance was not foreordained. Verizon Untethered offers a unique and timely view inside the transformation of an iconic industry and the rise of underrated also-ran-turned-dominant player, Verizon Communications. The Verizon leadership team honed some simple, useful, and replicable concepts that can be used by leaders navigating their way through the new era of discontinuity, competition, and relentless globalization. The CEO and leadership team operating in today's messy, complex, and fast-changing external environment will be tempted to immediately turn their leadership focus inward. This can be a fatal mistake. It is imperative for them to first focus on how the industry as a whole needs to be reconfigured and repositioned. Only then is the company likely to prosper. Real-time, simultaneous strategizing and decision-making, not textbook sequential planning, is required to achieve goals during periods of accelerating change. From the most challenging competitive position among the so-called baby bells, Verizon engineered its rise to industry leader. And they reframed their relations with regulators and legislators to overcome restrictive oversight in order to meet customer needs. Former parent AT&T agreed to the breakup of the Bell system, mistakenly thinking that a new set of regulatory rules would free it to prosper in a competitive marketplace. By not understanding that the industry needed to press for market-based regulation sensitive to changing customer needs, the phone company was exchanging one set of regulatory chains for another. Verizon, realizing that it had to either change or die, was at the vanguard of breaking free of the regulatory mindset dating back to when railroads were the industry of the future, and reshaped industry regulation around the customer. In so doing, it successfully navigated the transition from utility to budding technology company. The Verizon leadership team also recognized before many business leaders and entrepreneurs that, in an increasingly interconnected and rapidly evolving world, companies don't thrive by just answering to their shareholders. They also have to act to serve customers, employees, and regulators acting, ostensibly at least, in the public interest. Verizon Untethered is based on more than 50